of the DSA Roundtable on today. What's up, you guys? We was having some technical difficulties on today on my end, but
As usual.
definitely, guys, we're with you on today, and I'm going to be introducing the roundtable and the guests that are on the roundtable on today. So let's go ahead and get it popping. So I got in the house with me on today, Mr. 313 JMO. Where you at, JMO?
What's up, man? What's good? How y'all doing out there, man? Lions stay making moves out here, man.
What's up? And I got another DSA member in the house on today, Mr. Troxel. What's going on, Trox? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. What up, though?
And last but not least, the field general himself. Where's the field G's at? Because the general is in the house. What's up, Mr. Luke G?
What up, though? Let's get this thing ready. Let's get this thing going, man.
Let's
ready.
get this thing going, baby. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable. You know how we do it every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Sorry, we're late today, but technical difficulties. Let's go ahead and do it, Luke.
All right, let's get that roll call going. We got Kevin Brown in the building. What up, though? We got Beast Smo, George Morgan, Blue and Silver Phantom, General G. Berry, Bug Spray, Sean Jones, Air Jur. We got Yonif Rex. I hope I said that right. We got James Willis, Terry Starr, Detroit's legendary sportscast,
D-Town.
aka Willie K. We got D-Town. We got
General G. Berry's in the house.
We got him already. We got the One Pride 40 and 3-on-3 Kurt.
Yeah.
What up, though, people? Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about and not so much a lot to talk about. And I'll let you know what I mean by that, people. I'll let you know what I mean by that, okay?
Let's do it, guys.
So let's get right into this, man. Detroit Lions actually trade tight end Michael Roberts to the New England Patriots for what is said to have been a conditional 7th round pick.
Yeah.
And it got me to thinking. The first thing I thought about was who won this trade? like who won this trade in your opinion?
Luke, the trade has not even been 24 hours yet, man. The Patriots won it, man, because we didn't get nobody.
So you feel like because you feel like we can get nothing in return, the Patriots won the trade?
Yeah, until we get that 7th round pick in 2020, baby.
All right, but listen, let's keep it 100. We're gonna get everybody's opinion on this. Trav, talk to me, man. Who won this trade?
I'm gonna be real quick and easy with it. The Lions, because we got rid of Roberts.
Okay, so you say this is addition by subtraction. He's gone. We ain't got to worry about him. Okay. Now the heart of the city.
Also, we got our main boy. Hold on, Luke. We got our main boy. Another DSA member in the house. We got MicroMike. What's up, Mike?
What up, though, Mike?
What's good?
What up, though, fellas? Hey,
what
it's
up,
a good day. What up, though?
All right, well,
hey,
we got
man.
Mike in the building.
Let's go ahead.
Hey,
and do
man.
It.
What's up?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys sending me the ability to come on and talk today, especially with Michael Roberts getting traded.
Oh,
man. We're talking about it right now.
To me, it's big news, but it's not. So the question was,
it's news. It don't even have to be big news. It's just news.
It's just Lions news.
It's something good to talk about.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then, JMO. Who won this trade?
I would say the Lions won this trade because you look at the salaries he was getting, somewhere around like 1.4 million over the next 2 years. We just got rid of that. Got a little conditional 7th round pick back, It was all good. That's just the way I see it. I mean, he might not even make the Patriots team, and we just got him off the books.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Now, General G. Berry says y'all better let Mike get in before his bedtime. Laughing out loud. Shout out to General G. Berry.
Yeah, we gonna let Mike get in here.
Mike, since you in the building, man, talk to us, man. Who won this trade? The Detroit Lions or the New England Patriots?
Man, I think this trade's a good trade for both teams. First, New England needed a tight end because their position at tight end was very depleted with the absence of Gronkowski. And for us as well, we were heavy in the tight end position, so we're getting something for an individual potentially that was not even going to be on the roster. So, and there's a great chance with him, Michael Roberts, getting to play a lot this season. So us getting conditional 7th round picks seems fairly likely.
Well, I mean, it's one of them things where I see the people in the chat, they say Nacho's ability to play fullback seal Robert's fate. I can see that. We got Sean Jones who says, hey, I think I'm good enough to debate with y'all boys. Hey, Sean, there's going to come a time where you're going to get that shot. So stay tuned, brother.
I was about to say, you don't want to come into the Lions then,
Hey. One Pride 40 says, it's a draw. Stand down. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Buzzspray says, we lucky we got maybe a pick. Top tier says, no, I say the Patriots won.
Of course you would say that, top tier.
General G. Berry says, I say the Patriots. James says, if you get something for nothing, Lions won.
Yeah,
so you calling Michael Roberts nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, because like he really was in danger of like not making this team. So I'm like, we just got his money off the books. We drafted him as a 4th round tight end, but we got Nuada. We're good.
So JMO, you saying that he had that danger sign like right over top of his head, like danger?
Yeah, I mean, even if we didn't trade him,
right
he
over his
wasn't gonna
head.
make the team. Even if we didn't trade him, he wasn't gonna make the team. So we knew he wasn't gonna make the team. So we was like, let's get a conditional 7th round pick.
Yeah,
I'm sure the Patriots can make use of him because it's the Patriots.
right.
But he wasn't gonna do none of that here.
Well, one of the questions is Blue and Silver Fender says, does this trade still count the cap hit? The cap hit was not even significant enough to really be upset about it. I mean, I felt that he was going to be on that roster bubble, and I think that the Detroit Legendary Sportscast, aka Willie K, makes a very good point. We won't know until he plays, but if you look at the initial trade, it really does boil down to this for me. Anytime Bill Belichick calls up the Detroit Lions, and offer late picks for players, it makes me wonder what's really going on here. I mean, they got a 5th for Calvin Noy and only give up a 7th for a guy they drafted in the 5th. So
he was in the 4th, wasn't he, Luke?
Was he the 4th round pick that year?
I think he was.
Him and Jalen Reeves.
I thought he was the 5th round pick, but hey, listen, that's what happened when
you were close. You were close.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, I just look at it, and to me, I just go on the notion of, if New England cut him, we win the trade. But if New England keeps him, I think New England might have did it, because I think Michael Roberts showed a little something. It just wasn't consistent.
Right.
And I think the play that sealed his fate was that Thanksgiving game when he ran that weak, lackluster, that unbelievable route that like he could care less. That sealed his fate because he didn't get a lot of playing time after that. So I think that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah. But another thing is, even if he does make the team and he's good for the Patriots, some players just fit in better places.
True.
Yeah. And Michael Roberts was not. I mean, what was he going to be at best? The 10th person on the depth chart when it comes to receiving threats. Like
he was going to be the 4th, and the reason
I don't know how he would be the 4th. How would he be the 4th?
Well, here's the thing. I had him on the bubble, but at best the 4th tight end.
You said the 4th tight end. I'm talking about like receiving threat. Like
no. He'd have been the 4th tight end, and at best he would have been
the 8th receiving threat.
Well, you gotta look at it like this too. The reason why the Patriots made that trade is because they lost Gronk. So definitely they were short. They were on the short end of the stick of tight ends, and they figured like, hey, won't we call our buddies up since they're doing everything we're doing? So
right,
let's call them up.
Like you got Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, Amendola, Hawkinson, Jesse James, even Kerryon out the backfield. Travis Fulgham, all them players will be getting, way more catches than Michael Roberts. And then you got Nuada too. Like it's just so many players ahead of him. So he wasn't going to be able to be used here because we got a plethora of weapons now. So
here's the truth though. Here's the truth though. I love when I hear people say, "Oh, you're doing everything the New England Patriots doing." Well, the Cowboys doing everything the Lions is doing. and so
Yeah,
so
because
forth and so
Cowboys
on.
normally take our players. You're right about
It's a copy
and
league.
coaches.
Yeah, and coaches. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's a
right.
copy league.
Who
But
was over
that brings me to
Martin?
my next point, though. That brings me to my next
Okay,
point.
I gotta say one thing. Hold on, Detroit Legends Sportscast says
No.
JMO.
We saw that, JMO. We said
Most players fit with a better
It's
QB.
called bait, JMO. Don't
No,
respond
I'm
to
gonna just say one thing. When Jesse James has a breakout year over here,
JMO.
we'll see who the better QB is, bro.
JMO.
You're not gonna stop me from talking. Just let me finish my
JMO.
point, man.
JMO. We
Just
can't.
let me finish the point, and then we can move on.
Listen, they know that that's a trigger for you, and you just ready to pull it. Don't pull the trigger, JMO.
No, man.
Don't
I
pull
can
the trigger,
explain, bro.
Please don't shoot the sheriff. Okay.
I can pull the trigger if I want to. Come on, bro. We talking sports here.
Come on, man. Listen.
No, they gonna learn, man.
Listen. We got a few topics we gotta hit. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in it.
I'm not getting caught up in the hype, man. I just forgot we got Jesse James from Pittsburgh. You know, it's a nice QB over there, man. All right, we gonna see what happened this year.
Jesse, well, yeah, you definitely got Jesse James. But listen, Mike, question, Mike. If they traded Michael Roberts, who do you think? And Patricia has said that he has no desire to fill anybody in that spot. So who do you think on the roster is going to get a chance to stay, and at what position?
Well, it's either going to go down to a fourth tight end, and that possibly could be the converted quarterback Logan Thomas. Apparently, he was taking snaps ahead of Roberts the whole time. Or they can go three tight ends and have another wide receiver in there due to the depth. I think it'll just be who's stronger, the fourth tight end or the sixth wide receiver. So, man, it could go either way.
All right. JMO, talk to him. Who do you think, because they made this move, his chances of making a team just went up?
Actually, I'm gonna say Jermaine Kearse.
Interesting.
Because, I said we was gonna keep five receivers, but it was possible we keep six receivers. But if we keep six receivers, then we can't have four tight ends. Just traded Michael Roberts, so maybe Jermaine Kearse can now get that roster spot that he left as a sixth receiver or a fifth receiver.
Okay, all right. Well, I made this a little bit more harder on you, Trav. Talk to the people. Who do you think is going to be the person saved with this move?
Well, I was on record on one of the episodes of the Roundtable saying that Jermaine Kearse would be, being on the team. So
okay,
I'm going to have to agree with JMO.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Listen, sometimes you need somebody with you when y'all both wrong. It happens.
Hey, man, you think me wrong.
Well, no, until the 53-man rosters put together.
It's only 53 can make it. So here goes some interesting facts for you. The Detroit Lions have always said that they only dress 7 offensive linemen. So that means there's 5 starters and 2 backups. But history has shown that they have carried 6 receivers and at least 3 tight ends. And then you obviously have your people who's on practice squad. But I think the person that this opens up the door to is one person that I don't think that many of us thought about and wanted to believe will still be there. And I think that this really opened up the door for, and God, I just can't. I think this might open up the door for Theo Reddick to stay, and I think he take a pay cut. God, Jesus.
Oh, man, come on,
Yes. I think that this literally leads the door for Theo. I think what it does is they're going to tell him, hey, we need a pay cut. And they're going to use the fact that they traded this guy. We drafted him, okay? We didn't draft you. The team did before we got here, but we didn't draft you. And, and Roberts was drafted before the Patricia era. But I can assure you that what he's looking for is going to require more than that. I don't think Logan Thomas will make the team. I just don't see. I think they will ride with. I think Logan Thomas will get a chance to make the team, but I think that they're going to probably ride it out with just the 3 that they got. So that's just me. But TA, what say you? Who do you think this saves a spot for?
This possibly could save a spot for. I'm gonna have to say. I don't want to say just a new guy. I want to say probably an offensive lineman.
Well, who?
Probably one of the undrafted guys. Bo,
So you think
or
only one of them make the team?
one or two of them may make it. I'm gonna just say one right now because they keep putting Kenny Wiggins out there on the number one team, and I don't know why, but they keep doing it.
I mean, I just did a whole video on that, man. We got to hope for Joe Dahl to make the team.
Yeah.
So why they keep
Joe
putting
Dahl, a
Kenny
whole
Wiggins
new man this
on
year.
the number one spot?
Well, you got to keep in mind they're looking for a little bit more athletic guard because it's going to be a whole lot more pulling, a whole lot more trap play. So, those are the things they're looking at. Now, Nicholas Aaron says, Luke, come have a chat with me when you wrong. Hey, absolutely. If Luke is ever wrong, please correct me. Correct me right quick and fast. Do not let me go on that way. I am not the authority. I've said it once and I'll say it again. And one of the benefits of talking sports is, making sure that one of us is right and one of us is wrong. And hey, respectfully, eating crow when you have to. Now,
Hashtag facts.
Talk to him. Now, listen, man. On top of this thing of Michael Roberts getting traded, I just happened to be reading a little bit of news, right? And so here's what the question that was posed as it pertains to this particular article, which was, what really is the weakest positional group on the Detroit Lions? Now, this article states that the weakest position on the Detroit Lions is the receiving core. I don't know why people keep thinking our receiving core is terrible.
I wouldn't.
But why write an article and claim that it's weak? So my question to you, TA, is what do you think the weakest,
weakest position
group
on the team
is?
If I got to go with the weakest on the team, I'm going to say offensive line until I can see better from the offensive line. I could say linebackers, but I'm going to go offensive line because Stafford has been getting pummeled and running for his life every season. So until that offensive line can get that chemistry together and gel together, I'm going to have to go with the offensive line and say they are the weakest link until they be able to get that protection for Stafford.
All right, well, shout out to Mellow Mo. He dropped that $2 bill up in there. He says Amendola, the new M80 in the slot. I don't know if he's going to switch his number to the 80. I don't.
I think he's going to rock out with 12.
I think he's going to rock with that 12. He done made a lot of promotion pictures. He done took with this 12 on. I mean, it's interesting to me that he took that. But we do appreciate you dropping those 2 bills in there because sometimes 2 bills can get you a fry and a drink. And sometimes you can be thirsty.
Yeah, something on the dollar menu, definitely.
Something on the dollar menu, for sure. Now, Mike, what say you? Weakest position group on the Detroit Lions right now?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily position group, but I think the weakest position is second string quarterback. I think, man, if Stafford goes down, we're in a world of hurt because the guys that are under center right now just would not be able to cut it, in my opinion. So I think they really need to look into getting a second stringer, whether it be waiting for cuts or possibly make a trade like with the Redskins, because they have a plethora of quarterbacks that are not going to make the team. And they're definitely, those guys are much better than what we got right now.
Okay, Trav, what say you? What position?
I'm gonna have to probably say I don't think there is one.
Okay. Talk to me about that. You know they finna try to come for you, man. Talk to me about that.
Well, because if you look at it, if a starter goes down, we definitely have depth. Hold on, we got to do a quick shout out. Shout out to Nicholas Aaron. He says, "Oh shoot!" He dropped the $2 on.
Shout out, Nick.
Oh shoot!
But the
shoot,
comment,
everyone needs some fries.
Read the comment, though. You got to read how he wrote it. Read how he wrote the comment. That's the best part of it.
Okay. Oh shoot! Everyone needs some fries. Here you go.
Hey, shout out to Nicholas, man. Appreciate it, man. He's silly. He said everybody needs some fries. Who don't need some fries?
You need some fries with that burger, right?
Right. I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Nicholas typed that like he was like he had a little country swing. He like, everybody needs some fries. Okay, here we go. All right. So no, I mean, but go ahead, man. Try to talk to him. So you say you don't see no weakness.
I don't really see a weakness. I mean, you could kind of like. Oh, I mean, you can agree with MicroMike with a backup quarterback because obviously, if Stafford goes down, do you really want Tom Savage to be your main guy? You know, but outside of that, really, there is no other position. Because even at guard, you got Ben or Bo Benchois, you got Joe Dahl, you got depth
Terrell
there.
Crosby. Yeah, you got all these.
Yeah, you got Terrell Crosby, you got a lot of depth there. Linebackers, you got a lot of depth there. I just remember that one. What was that? Last week I did a whole bunch of all the wide receivers on the thing. There was at least like 15, 20 people there. So I mean, we got a lot of players, and even we got about 6 or 7 different what do you call it? Like I would even put out on the field at wide receiver.
Okay.
So I mean, we got depth.
All right.
We got depth at a lot of positions.
JMO, I know you got you got a weakness out there in the building. Talk to him, man.
I like what Travis said about we do have depth at every position, but it's definitely the offensive line because
one.
They're the most unproven. We all hope Ragnar was great at center, but he's never done it before. Glasgow has never been anything special. Rick Wagner hasn't had none of these guys have been elite for the Detroit Lions at this moment. So they have to gel together with a new center. We got Kenny Wiggins taking first team reps, which has me scared. So even if we do have depth, with the rookies, at the end of the day, they are rookies. So that's the one position, and then Taylor Decker had a down year too. So that's the one position where I need to see improvement from like actually seeing it on the field because they got a lot to prove. Like our receivers, Marvin Jones has done stuff in the league, and Amendola and Galladay, they've at least shown us something. And then the secondary has shown us something too, and definitely the defensive line. So Kennard had 8 sacks last year. Jared David had 6. So when you're looking at all the position groups, it's the offensive line definitely has to improve.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Well, for me, it's secondary. It's a word that you use that stands out to me, and that's unproven. It's the secondary for me. And what I mean by that is, yes, I love the talent and the depth that we got there, but it's still unproven. Is Tracy Walker going to make that next big step? Is Quandre Diggs going to be able to be a leader and do his job while being a leader? And who really is the opposite person of Darius Slay, which I believe is going to be Rashawn Melvin. Originally, I didn't believe that, but the more I look at how they use him in practice, I'm like, yo, this can be a reality. And I know that they can argue, well, Coleman is a proven product, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's still some question marks there. But to me, when you look at that in comparison to the rest of the division, the reason I don't say quarterback, because I think every team got that problem. If they quarterback go down in NFC North, Aaron Rodgers go down, who you putting in? Kaiser?
Yeah.
Okay. We saw how that worked. Okay. You the Bears. Who you gonna put in for the Bears? Chase Daniels? Oh, okay. They traded up to get Mitch Trubisky. Damn, ain't that much belief in him. And then you go over to
who's the Bears backup quarterback? That is right.
Chase Daniels.
Okay. All right.
And then you go over to the Minnesota Vikings. They did pick up a nice little rookie, Jake Browning, but so we all in the same boat there. So I just look at it like I can't say that in terms of offensive line. I mean, all the teams in the NFC North offensive line is suspect. To me, it's about
I feel like the secondary and the offensive line might have an equal amount to approve, honestly.
That could be, that's a fair.
It might be one weak side on both sides of the ball. That one side that's unproven.
Yeah,
right.
I can see that.
Now we got Melvin Drew who says, "What up, though, Mike, JMO, Luke, Travis, Noble.
What up, though? What it do?
We got fellow DSA member Detroit Drew who says, "What's good, peeps?"
What's good,
we
Drew?
got Detroit Legendary Sports who says Troxel just a go with the flow type of fella. He's really a diehard.
Oh yeah, Troxel's our guy, man. He our guy.
That dude crazy, man. Man,
He's the
shout out
stenographer
Willie
of the
K,
team.
man. Willie K be
Mellow
having
Mo
me
said Walker is a potential Pro Bowler. Well, I have him being my breakout player, but he does have to prove himself though. I don't think Quandre Diggs is gonna have any problems though.
See, to me, I think what happens is this. What you see a lot of times is that you expect for certain people to step up and be leaders, and some, and I think the saying goes, pressure does one or two things: bust pipes or create diamonds, and so we got to see how he can handle the role of both. You know, for the most part, his career had a surgeon with Quinn back there being the leader, putting him in the right positions and stuff like that. Now he's got to do the same thing for Walker. So, you know, those little things make me look at it, but I do hope you're right, Sean, and Walker does make the Pro Bowl. I wouldn't be upset about it at all.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see some more Pro Bowlers on this team besides Darius Slay. I want to see other guys make a bid for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I had like Walker as being one of those guys that will make the Pro Bowl. I think he's gonna have a breakout year.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is execution is the key thing. And I hate this time of the year because of my job and how busy it gets at this time of the year. But it's that's getting ready to die down. So praise the Lord for that. And I can get back to it but I just think when you look at it, if I had to truly look at it, and you compare the Detroit Lions safeties to the other team safety, you know, the Bears got A.D. Jackson and Clayton Dix, even though I don't believe in Clayton Dix. Then you go to the Vikings, they got Harrison.
Hey, Luke, he used to pick us off all the time too, though.
Man, okay, hold on. Let's be correct. How hard is it for you to pick somebody off when they're not running the ball? Okay.
Hey, used to be laughing at us, man, picking off passes.
That was last good year. His first good year was his last good year, and that's why we still at him. Okay, we laugh.
I was about to say, man, we've been destroying that man for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
you know,
he just came back to the division to get another whooping. Like Kenny G gonna stiff arm him again. I'm pretty sure TJ Hawkinson gonna destroy him. So you know, it's all good.
Hey, I see one coming in from
General G. Berry says, Luke, are you a gospel rapper? I ran across one on YouTube named Luke G. Nah, bro, that wasn't me. That was
listen, make sure y'all get some more likes on the video, y'all.
Listen, I'm liable to burn up. I'm not trying to go do a gospel track. I do a gospel track. It's gonna be more hip hop than that country song by Lil Nas. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's gonna sound real trap music. It's gonna be some trap music stuff going on. You can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm just saying.
Sawyer Smith said Kenny G ended that man's whole career. Talk about Clinton Dix.
Now I do like what Mars has landed is saying. They don't need to go to the Pro Bowl to be great. You know what I mean?
No, they don't need to go to Pro Bowl, but you would like to see that on your team. That's just something.
No, they don't need to go to. I think some players would be so great that they will make the Pro Bowl. That's all.
But when you compare our safety to the rest of the division, you have to. Okay, so let's see the Green Bay Packers. They got Amos. I do like Amos. Savage is a question mark. He's a rookie, but I mean, you know, we got. I mean, just think about this. Just say the names next to him: Tracy Walker, Quandre Diggs, or Eddie Jackson. Clayton Dix. I mean, it feels uncomfortable saying it, you know. So it's one of them things.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't think Clayton Dix is a good safety at all. That's just my opinion.
No, I don't.
I'm not going to
say
Eddie
Jackson is. I'm
going to say he's the least.
He might be the best safety in the whole division, so that's why he's like that.
Yeah,
Clayton Dix. No.
He's decent, man. He can't.
So that's why I picked the secondary. When I go to the cornerbacks, I think the Lions fare better in the cornerback department. But you know, it's one of the things where you have to be able to look at it from a objective viewpoint and figure out, you know, what's really good and why. But you know, to move to this next point, because I thought about this too. I have a tendency to pay attention to stuff. So the New England Patriots put tampering charges on the Houston Texans. Right now, this is interesting because they was reportedly interested in Martin Mayhew, and then they started tampering with the they put the tampering charges on the Texans. Now this is funny because Why would they do this? It's probably because they really know that the guy that the Texans are trying to pick up is about that life. I mean, look what they did with the offensive coordinator. McDaniels had a head coaching job for the Colts, and they got him to say, nope, I'm staying right where I'm at. And so what brings me to my question is when you're looking at the Detroit Lions and how easy it is for us to do business with them, for us to go and pick up players from them, do you get the sense or the feel that the Detroit Lions, excuse me, that the Detroit Lions selected the wrong GM and head coach from that team? We're gonna start off with UTA.
You said, do I think what? Say that again, Luke.
You get the feeling that the Detroit Lions selected the wrong general manager and head coach from the Patriots, because the Patriots have anybody that they really value, they find a way to keep them with these strange tactics. If it ain't a tampering charge, they don't, hey, we're gonna make you a head coach, stay here. You know, but when the Lions came and knocking, they said, oh yeah, he can go ahead, Bob Quinn, take him. You want Matt Patricia? He can go too.
Wow.
Like
well, maybe they was just doing the Lions a favor or something. You know what I mean?
Right. Like it felt weird.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was about to say, like, I'm just going by what Bob Quinn has done while he's been here. Okay. And comparing it to the other GMs, I don't care if they wanted him or not. When he got here, he's been a great GM.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. He's been pretty solid since he's been here.
And I think the reason I asked the question is because I just started noticing this little pattern. And you know, Luke had to pay attention to patterns, and then he started digging a little bit further. All the people that they didn't want to lose, they cap them. I'm talking about from offensive coordinators or whatever. And the ones that they knew were just going to be, they literally was like, bye. And I'm just like, wait a minute now.
Right.
You know, like what is going on here? You know? But I personally think that Bob Quinn has done a phenomenal job. Because to me, I think he did a very good job in terms of drafting and bringing in the right people for this to work. But what say you, Travis? You think that the Lions do you feel that the Lions got the wrong person? Like the New England just felt like, yeah, we gonna just give y'all this little piece of this little trinket right here.
I don't. And the reason why I say I don't think that we got the wrong guy is because, what do the what does the Patriots, have to do to, keep us down? I mean, we've already kept ourselves down for so long, by not giving ourselves running backs and tight ends and, and having a decent quarterback until Stafford, and things like that. So like they didn't, I mean, even if they gave us Bill Belichick, like it's still like we still got the guy that we really wanted, and that's all. And when it comes down to it, that at the end of the day, that's all that should matter is that we got the guy that we wanted. And lo and behold, he did a great job for us so far.
#facts.
Okay. I gotta get used to that, man. I just think it's hilarious. All right, Mike, what say you, man? What's your thoughts on it? I mean, do you feel like it's something to this? Because I did kind of notice that, man, that those players and those coaches that they want to keep, man, they find little tactics within the Rams to keep them out of other people's hands. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, I don't believe the premise, the idea that they got rid of Patricia because he was not going to do good. I think Bob Quinn had an understanding about Patricia, and that's exactly who he coveted. So they want to build a different style in Detroit. They want to build a playoff team that's sustained. They want to be able to win in December. And you have to have a different type of attitude to start winning playoff games and start going to a Super Bowl. And Matt Patricia has shown that last season that he's not playing around. You're going to do the extra work. You're going to do what it takes to be a winning team. And with the ability of bringing that plus the drafting of Bob Quinn, I think their plan is about to be complete, and we're going to see the fruits of his labor. Again, I think Patricia is the right coach, and Bob Quinn's the right general manager for our team now and for the future.
Now, Mellow Mo says Belichick has a lot of respect for the Lions organization. I believe that they gave him his first NFL job and still gets Xmas cards every year from Martha Ford. And then Chris Cashbar says, I want to see this team. I want to see how this team is in 3 years with the same coaching staff. Well, right, because we gave Caldwell 4 years, so 3 years ain't bad. D. Williams says, Luke, I think New England developed coaches and front office people just like they do players. And General G. Berry agrees. What say you, JMO? Do you? I mean, I know overall for you, you feel like, yo, Quinn has been the best thing we've had in a long time, but I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'll let you tell the people.
Well, like I said, I'm just judging by what Bob Quinn has done here. I could care less about who the Patriots giving up and who they trying to keep. That doesn't concern me about the guys that we're bringing in. So we wanted to get Bob Quinn, we got him. If the Patriots tried to keep him, who knows what would have happened, but they didn't. We got him, and he produced. And that's all I'm really concerned with on that front, man.
Now let's switch gears a little bit. I'm gonna read this comment from Mars' Land. He says, if you ask that, Luke G, you need to ask how long you think Bill Belichick gonna stay a Patriot, and if he leaves, where he's go and do what. I think that they do use these tactics because they do know that at some point he's going to walk out, but he's going to walk out when he could afford to be part owner of a team and have more power over what the team does. He has a lot of power now, but I think that's when you'll see that. So this came out in today's Detroit Free P because, you know, they rarely write good articles, and this wasn't necessarily a good article, but it was at least a fair one. Yeah, and it was one that I called fair because I thought it was funny, where they write Lions OTA's biggest observation, Kerryon Johnson is a real receiving threat. Why is this news to people?
We already knew that.
No idea.
like the way the article was written was like they just discovered this. Like, he can catch.
I think we learned that last.
You know, it's funny. Tim 20 Man, y'all know who that is?
Oh yeah.
I remember he did his little mailbag thing, and he was like, they was like, who was the best guy in training camp? And he's like, well, Kerryon Johnson pops out. He just looks so good. I'm like, and I'm thinking the same thing that you just said. Like, we know he's amazing.
Right,
like we saw it. You know, we expect we giving him that amazing card and expect healthy Kerryon 1,200 yards. We already know. So we need to know about the other guys that's standing out, not the stars. You know. It's like Slay's looking really good. Like,
listen,
of course.
Listen,
Stafford throwing sharp passes. Well,
if you have not seen the article, if you have not seen the article, y'all got to see it. He's writing this article like this is a new skill this man has just developed this year. He's like, listen, he's running routes.
He's running routes.
He's running routes.
He knows all the route trees.
He's making the right
hold the football.
He looked like a good blocker.
He's got 2 feet.
You know, he's literally like you wouldn't know it, but that guy can actually hold on to the ball. Like, what is this?
I was about to say, did he even fumble last year?
Listen,
I don't think he had any time,
bro. No, right? I don't think he fumbled at all. So I'm like, yeah.
You know, the first thing I thought about when I was reading this article, that's the same thing that they did with Ezekiel Elliott his first season. He can't catch. He can't catch. Well, the next season or two down the road, they started throwing the man the ball, and they was like, you know what? That guy Ezekiel Elliott, you know, he can catch. Like, what was y'all watching when they was in college? What were y'all watching when they played in the season? Explain to me what you was looking at that you wrote this article. And he was really confident. You know how you can tell when a writer is confident? He starts off with a joke in all his articles. That's when you know he's confident. He says some little corny joke like, last time they had a running back who can catch. He was erratic. He's erratic. He really thought he just nailed on something that nobody knew.
Really thought he did something, man.
Hello, hi. Where's
Waldo? My question to y'all is this. It's amazing to me, but my question is to y'all is this, and we're going to start off with UTA. Tell me, man, what are your thoughts on a Detroit writer who comes out and acts like he just gets you with the got him? Oh, you know, like he can catch the ball. What is your thoughts on that, man?
My thoughts is simply this. Excuse me. Allow me to clear my throat. Pretty much my thoughts is this. You're telling us, well, what? Like what we don't already observed about the guy. We already knew this. We knew this about Kerryon Johnson when Kerryon Johnson was when he was coming into the NFL. We knew everything that he could do. We knew that he can catch. We knew that he could run. We knew some of these things. So this is something that we don't really need to be discussing. We just need to be discussing, you know what I'm saying, is he going to be a vital piece of the run game, and will he be able to break some of these Lions rushing records and things of that nature? So we already know that he can we already know that Kerryon can catch and run and all that type of stuff. We just
I'm just saying though, but he titles it Detroit Lions observation. Running back Kerryon Johnson, a true receiving threat. Like where were you? Like, please tell me you overseas, you just came back, you discovered this was news. I mean, but y'all really figure out what
get a guy break, man.
I'm really trying to figure out what happened to this article. Like, if they would have said, like, oh my God, Kerryon Johnson looks like he's, you know, like he might still be hurt, that would be news to me. But to come out and be like, he's a real receiving threat, I'm thinking to myself, like, no, you know, Sherlock.
No way.
You know,
Really?
somebody get that man an award for finding Carmen Sandiego, even though she was right there on the front page. I mean, really?
No.
Like, come on, Mike, talk to me, Mike. What is your thoughts on this writer, this writer's revelation that Kerryon's a receiving threat? What is your thoughts on that?
Look, that is one of the most in-depth, most logical and factual article that I've never read.
Why you said, hey Mike, why you said that?
Oh man, look, I got a decent IQ and I'm not gifted with the greatest IQ in the world, and if I read that, I think I'm gonna go down a couple notches.
Oh my God,
and
Lord.
Look, I'm working on it's hard dealing with what I got now, but man, I can't go into the small bus area by reading stuff like that.
I mean, listen, you're gonna need a chaperone to keep you from falling over if you believe into this stuff. I mean, he was Travis.
Yeah, I'm here.
he putting jokes in there. He was excited about his article. Like, oh, I got him. You know,
hey, I want to read this one comment though. I want to read this one comment and shout out to D. Williams on this one. He says, "This just in: Kerryon Johnson has vision." LOL.
Hey man, no.
He really did act like
that is a real
he
good
just
one.
broke news. He's a real.
That is
No,
that.
but you know what this shows me though? What I always knew: the media, they don't pay attention anyway. They don't really know nothing about football.
Yeah.
And this just further confirms what I've always thought about 90% of them.
Absolutely.
Look, Mello Mo says this just in: Matthew Stafford can really throw the ball. I mean, what? he's a standout in OT. I mean, tell me something I don't know.
Hey, what it do? What it do? What it do? What's up, Nomis?
What up, though, Nomis? You know, it's just crazy to me that he wrote this, and I saw it, and I'm like, am I supposed to respond to this? Like, what is this? And then listen, here's another article. This one, you know, they pulling teeth. Here go another article from MLive.com says new Lions quarterback David Fales trying to learn quickly and battle the backup spot. What are y'all cut? What backup spot he battling for? He has been cut. He has been cut more time than deli meat. What are you talking about? You gotta be kidding me. Backup role? He ain't there for no backup role. What backup role he there for?
I got tears going down my leg.
Listen, if you think about this, if you telling me, just follow my logic. If Tom Savage beat out Connor Cook and you let David Fales got about as many throws as like the Gridiron Blitz Derek's age, okay? It's like only like 40 of them. You feel me? There's no way. You telling me he gonna come in and unseat Tom Savage? No, it's not. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Stop
Yeah.
playing with me. Stop playing with me. Now, this is the thing, though. I'm just pointing these things out to y'all people because when I saw them, I had a hard time with it. I really did. And JMO, correct me if I'm right or wrong, but do you really think? I mean, and don't laugh. Try to hold your composure. You really think David Fales has got a chance at the backup spot?
You know, man, I got a chance of being in the finals today. You know. So yeah, I'm about to be playing with Steph and Clay tonight. You know, come on, man.
You take the Kevin Durant spot?
You finna get off and go right to the
game?
Yeah,
man, they about to bring me. They about to bring me off the bench, bro. Shooter, come on, man.
Who comes up with this stuff?
There's no way, and that's why I'm so concerned about the quarterback position because we don't have Tom Savage. That's why I'm concerned.
To be fair, though. Is anybody here on the roundtable who believes, I mean, seriously, you really believe it, that David Fales has a real chance of making this team? Forget the backup quarterback spot, making the team.
Hey, you never know, man. From the couch to the team. So you never
know.
You
hey, come on, man. There's things you never know about, and then there's things you know about. These is one of those things.
Man, listen,
hey, man. Hey, what was Kurt Warner doing one season? He was stocking shelves, man. So you never know, man, what this guy can do.
Hey, I've always told y'all there's something funny about quarterbacks. You know, the quarterbacks that are trash always have these garbage names. David Fales, you really think he gonna be somebody?
I'm just saying though, let's put this in perspective though.
David Fales. And Fales with the Super Bowl win. Come on, bro.
Shout out to the Gridiron Blitz Derek P, man, who should be going live for the finals tonight. So shout out to him. Shout out to CA3 Sports. Shout out to Risky's Football Talk. Shout out to Detroit Drew. Let me make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Shout out to Positively Detroit 9071. I forget anybody. I mean, we are the rest of us in the building. Oh, Nomis J. Shout out to Nomis J.
Shout out to Nomis J.
Yeah, I don't think I forgot nobody. But I'm just saying, man, we got this, you know. Hey, peace out, Detroit Legendary Sports. Said I'm about to watch this game, fellas. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, we ain't mad at you, man. Go ahead.
we gonna probably be watching it real soon too. So trust me, make no mistake. But I'm just saying though, like
I told you, I'm about to come off the bench, bro.
But listen.
We're number 15.
These articles are about as comical as anything I've ever read because they take themselves so serious, which brings me to my next point. I sat up here and decided to count this because I was curious. Yeah. All these people was hyping up, oh yeah, Darius Slay and Snacks ain't in OTAs, you gotta pay him. I went to the NFL and listen, the New England Patriots canceled 2 days of their OTAs, just flat out canceled it. They didn't even care. You got Julio Jones not showing up to camp. You had so many players not show up to camp for contracts. It's ridiculous. You got Michael Jenkins on the Eagles telling them, I've outplayed my contract. I need this money. And meanwhile, us as the Lions fan base, all we can do is find a way to act like we got a real problem here. Everybody do. This is just veterans' way of getting out of practice in more days than they want to. Right, and it's evident. But my question to you fellas is this. Is it just me or do the media's or fans' reaction to players missing OTAs or mini camp seem a little bit overblown?
Yeah,
we're gonna start off with you, Trey.
I think it is. I think it's. Go ahead, Trey.
Absolutely.
Talk to him. Tell him why, man.
I mean, this is like the off season. Like, who really cares? Like, if this is like training camp and we're actually in preseason and we're trying to fine tune different things, okay, I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just no pads, no nothing. You out in a basketball shirt or basketball jersey and a pair of shorts,
right?
Like, go run around.
Bro, listen, this is breaking news.
Hey, shout out to Melvin Drew, man. Shout out to
Melvin Drew say, y'all got to start shouting me out. Here's the thing, Melvin. I don't know if you've been drinking today, but I shouted you out earlier when you came in. I said, shout out to me. And he just, maybe I said it in my head and in my heart, but I ain't say it loud enough. And if that happened, I apologize. You is in the building. My bad. Hashtag facts. Now listen to that. They said we gotta get a T-shirt with that on there with the whispering hashtag.
Yeah, we will, man. We can get the whisper.
We could probably get the ugly Christmas sweater with the the hashtag fact button on there.
Yeah, it's on in the middle of it.
But look, I do want to say one quick thing though about the David Fales things. Now, if David Fales beats out Tom Savage, Savage better put in his cleats, his retirement letter and everything, because he is done. How you gonna let a guy who's been cut by 4 different teams come in late to camp and beat you out?
Wow.
It can happen, man.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If we go into the season with David Fales as our
hey, y'all ain't got no confidence in this cat.
Listen, man, I'll tell you something. This dude, listen, every Madden I've ever played, I can always go in free agency and get him. Like, it's not even as expensive. He's the cheapest contract you can get. I tried to cheat one time and make him a superstar, and he still wouldn't level up. I don't know what's going on, but it happened. And I just look at it and I say, at the end of the day, this guy is not making the team. He's not. He has a better
he's practice squad material.
Who practice? No. He's been cut more time than sliced meat. What practice squad? What do you mean? Practice squad? Not a game. Practice. That's what we're talking about here. It's like, come on, man.
Lukey been cut more than sliced meat.
Man, more than sliced meat, man. Come on, man. This dude out here going through it, and I'm just pointing this out. Now, listen. Fellas, I'm telling you, I watch these media outlets, and I think this is interesting. And one of the media outlets did write this, and I know this is going to get some people upset. Yeah. Stafford could be getting a contract extension. Let's get some thoughts on that. We're going to start off with our bodyguard for Stafford, the heart of the city, 313 JMO. Talk to the people, man. Stafford could get a contract extension at the end of this year. According to some reports, he just got to do a few little small things and he can get it. What say you?
That's very interesting, actually. I wouldn't expect a contract extension. I thought they might let him play out his contract, but I mean, if we take it at face value, what Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia has been saying about Stafford since they got here, they apparently seem to love the guy. So I wouldn't be surprised, but that's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised though, but
I'm just saying, and I just, Mike, Stafford get a contract extension. I got a different view of this, and it's not because I don't like the quarterback, but Mike, tell me, what's your thoughts on if Stafford get a contract extension?
Well, that would be very interesting as well. That means they really believe in Matthew Stafford, but I think it's got to be proven I think this year is a big year for Matthew Stafford, because if we go somewhere, if we make the playoffs, I can see it. Now, if we don't do well, I really do believe they'll probably draft a quarterback next year, because very, very much so that if we go a 6-10 like last year, that Quinn and Patricia would get let go if we do another 6-win season like that. And if that happens, that contract extension is probably not going to happen at all.
Right.
This is a huge year. This is the year.
Yeah, this is a make or break for Matthew Stafford.
Okay,
right.
Well, TA,
for the whole team as well.
Tell me why.
Yeah, for the whole team. Yeah, you're right.
Tell me why, because I was going to say, why is it just a make or break for Matthew Stafford? But TA, if he gets a contract extension at the end of this year, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, to me right now, when you're talking about when you're talking about contract extensions for Matthew Stafford, that's real challenging right now, because right now you got these other guys that's looking that they haven't gotten an extension. Then you already gave the quarterback all this money already. So you telling me at the end of the season you're going to give him another contract when the quarterback is the main one and he makes the most money. The quarterbacks on all teams make the most money, and that's another topic for discussion. The quarterback's making all the money and the salary, but that is another topic, because I'm trying to figure out how this keeps happening. No, I definitely don't think that that for right now, no, he has to come out and play his worth this season to even think about a contract extension.
All right, what say you, Travis?
Now I will say this. I wouldn't do it after this season. I will do it in like his last year. And the only sheer fact of this, like you guys said, he has to go out there and prove it. Because like he's never had a real team around him, so we got to see what he's like with a real team,
Right?
you know.
Hey,
But
and it's
then-
something I want to add to that. I want to add to that too, Travis. It's something I want to say. Next season, I think is the year that the Lions will actually go out and draft another quarterback. I definitely think
should,
that
though.
next. Huh?
They should-
Well,
they
yeah,
should.
I think they doing that regardless, man.
Right, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
It just
like
depends on how high they get them based on our success. Would probably depend on how high they draft.
and
Yeah.
I like technical. I like technical Jeff's statement where he says, "I would prefer Stafford to have some pressure over the next 2 years to win it first." And to me, that's where you want to be. You want to be where
Yeah,
he's going to have to learn to fight for it and be in the building for it.
absolutely.
So that's the
And
way I see it.
I do want to highlight also George Morgan. He said, "What? Are we restructuring like a Tom Brady extension?" And I do have to agree with that. Like if it's a Tom Brady extension, okay, I could see that even after this year.
Mm-hmm.
But now if it's one of these like Kirk Cousins type of contracts, no, absolutely no. You have to go out there and earn it.
Well, that's one of
Hey,
the
let
big
me ask this
play.
before you get into it, Luke. Let me ask
see,
this.
that's why I
How many
don't
years
know,
do
man. I
we
don't know
have
where these media members be getting their information from anyway, because it don't even make sense. Even if you won the Super Bowl, I wouldn't think about extending him now. I would at least wait maybe another year. Where are they getting this information?
Hey, how many years does Stafford have left on his deal?
Like
3 or 4.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he got a while.
He got
until
like
he's
3 or 4.
35.
Right.
Man,
So
I
he
ain't
got
getting
like
that
4
man no
years.
contract extension. You crazy.
But they're talking about I saw the article and I went, oh, this is way too early, and they just trying to get some people to look at it, some views.
Yeah.
But I just thought that here's my thoughts. It always disturbs me when the quarterback gets the most paid money. Okay. Because he can affect the game, but his effect is contingent upon another player, a receiver, offensive line, a tight end, a running back, right? And the players who don't have no type of contingency, the pass rushers, the safeties, those little things should get more money. And so if you're talking about giving him a contract extension, I'm going to say no at this point, because he's going to have to truly show that he's worth the extension. Otherwise, we leave his contract as it is, and you pick and choose what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to go out and give more money. Like what? Who
Like
does
Stafford?
that?
Now, what do you?
Stafford?
I guess can you touch on a small bit of that. What do you guys think about that? Like quarterbacks making majority of the salary of the
I think it's ridiculous.
I think it is too. I think
it's ridiculous.
I'm not saying that the quarterback shouldn't get paid,
Absolutely.
because they are the leaders of the team and they're the focal point of the team. But they make so much money where you can't even afford to pay the other players.
But
I just feel like the quarterback should be the high. I think it should be how. Well, I don't know if it's like this in every sport, but usually in the other sports, the best player gets paid the most money.
Right.
So
And that's
the
how it should
quarterback
be.
is the best player on the team.
Yeah.
They get paid the most money. But if you're on the team with Aaron Donald, you shouldn't be getting paid the most money.
Absolutely.
Right.
But to Matthew Stafford, he is a free agent, an unrestricted free agent in 2023.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking.
It's 2019, bro.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's a wow.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
when I saw the article,
That's why I said where they getting this information from.
But I feel like it was clickbait.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely clickbait.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm like, where y'all getting this information? Like Stafford will probably get, like I say, I don't expect him to get extended for like 2 years, like 2021, somewhere maybe.
Because like you said, you got guys like Kenny Golladay that's gonna, the guys that's coming out of
Yeah, we definitely got to pay him. They might not play with that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
you gotta put the money. Like what both rhymes say? Put your hands where my eyes can see.
Put your hands.
You gotta pay that money.
Wild to be.
And I think it boils down to that. Now, but in terms of the quarterback getting the most money, it irritates me because I remember years where Adrian Peterson was the best thing on that team, yet the quarterback was making more than him. I'm like, how?
That makes no sense.
And then you go and look at people like the Dallas Cowboys, like, how you gonna pay Dak more than Zeke when we know that when Zeke not in,
I cannot believe how much they about to pay him.
Yeah, that's insane.
It just doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Like, if you pay Dak and end up losing Zeke, you're an idiot.
But the thing of it, it's the quarterback. The quarterback gets paid.
Yeah, see, I just don't see it.
Even if he's not the best on the team, the quarterback is going to get
Zeke
paid.
definitely should be getting paid the most on that team.
Yeah, we got to rethink that process. I think that process need to be rethought.
I think it just be like whoever's the best player should get paid the most.
He might get suspended.
Absolutely.
That's what he might do.
Like, you should get paid in order of how good you are. That's just the way I feel about it.
So what do y'all think about that? Zeke probably end up getting suspended.
Again,
Here's the thing. It's not even him. Here's the thing. They came out for the Kansas City Chiefs and said that the evidence supported that his son was injured by his own fruition, right? And the NFL is still talking about suspending Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So, and this is one of the issues that is coming up in this new collective bargaining agreement, which is also similar to the issue about this thing called guaranteed money, which is one of the things that Darius Slay is trying to be the martyr for. I just don't think he realized that he may end up really being a martyr by himself. So I don't think he caught the memo. But to me, I don't think people should be getting suspended for things that they was not found guilty of, in my opinion.
Hey, I want to talk about something.
It don't be making no sense. He shouldn't have got suspended that other year either.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Trav sent me something early, and I want to talk about this right quick. He sent me something on the replay review of the updates, updating like pass interference and stuff like that. So it says the NFL updates proposed review for pass interference. I mean, to include Hail Marys and replays reviews within 20 minutes. I mean, within 2 minutes. I mean. So what do you guys think about that?
Wait, so you saying the whole review could take 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
No. He's saying that the replay review will be allowed in the 2 minute warning. In the 2 minute warning, you can't challenge anything. All the replays come from the booth. Now,
I like that.
Shout out to Sweden 88 who dropped that $1.99, and he says, "Who won that first Tour de France?" I don't watch
Lance Armstrong.
I don't watch biking, so I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna go up the only name I know, Lance Armstrong. That's
right. He's the only name I know.
In biking, like I ain't trying to be funny, but if you know somebody else name in biking, you know what? You might be lying. You can tell me his name is Carl Jones, and I might be like, "Oh, okay, he fired." I guess I don't know.
Hey, shout out.
Hey, I'm not watching no bike in Sweden. I'm sorry. Oh, they go that $1.99. The 7th German. Oh, that's it. No, he's not. Man, where are you coming with this Sweden? Have you been drinking today?
Hey, shout out Sweden.
Mike, talk to Sweden, man. Sweden out here in these streets tripping right now. Sweden,
exactly. Melvin Drew is called cycling, not biking. I was gonna say it's called cycling, but like, who really cares?
Listen, hey, don't get me the line. And then he go, listen, leave it to General G. Berry to come in with the catchphrase, Luke. Don't be no chump. Do your research. I'm not gonna research no dudes on no bike.
But back to the 2 minute rules, though.
Get out of this.
I do think it's advantageous.
Don't be no chump, Luke.
What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to find out? You want me to find out what kind of bike he using? It got 2 wheels in a crank. What you want me to tell you? I mean, seriously. Like, what do they even say during a cycling competition? He has a great seat. I mean, what?
I don't think they don't have a commentator. They just bike, bro.
They just cycle. A good suit on with the helmet.
Luke ain't finna lie to you. Luke ain't finna lie to you. Luke watched one Tour de France, and I'm not even gonna lie. I was more exhausted watching them paddle. I turned it and came back when he almost at the end. I was like, that's how you do it right there. If I had to watch that whole thing through, I probably would like kill myself. No way. You just paddling away. I'll watch a volleyball game or swim meet. I'm not gonna watch you paddle no bike. That's like watching little kids skate at skating land, and those who from the D know what skating land is. I'm just saying.
Okay, hey, Luke. Hey, I like what Melvin Drew said in the chat section. He said the QBs throw the ball and hand it off. They touch the ball and control the game. Why should they not be paid? Why should they not be most paid? If a touchdown is scored, the quarterback has 90% of something to do with it.
Well, here's my reason.
I can see that.
Here's my reason. Because their actions are always contingent upon something else. You know, like for example, if you were to look at this in terms of a car engine, right? People can talk about all the things the car engine does until you remove that transmission. And you realize that car don't move. Each part is contingent upon something else. And that's what I'm saying. The quarterback could be the engine, but he only runs when all the parts are in the right place, are in the right function, in the right order. Why should he be paid more for that? In my opinion, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
offensive line.
Yeah, but he can only be as good as the receivers that he throw to.
Yeah, because they got to catch it. They got if a receiver don't catch it, the quarterback don't look good.
And Mike and Travis, y'all can agree to this, right? What would happen to many of these quarterbacks if they took away the yards after the catch? Like if they just took and put it where you threw the ball, would you still be saying they should be the highest paid player? How many times have you seen a quarterback throw the ball to Deshaun Jackson behind the line of scrimmage and he off to the races?
A lot. I agree.
You know,
it's like
right. That was Golden Tate special.
99.
Yeah, shout out to Sweden. Go ahead, Mike.
Sweden been drinking today. Either he either he taking his name real serious and he way too neutral, or he been drinking. Either way, I'm loving you. I mean, just want you to know I love you. You know, so you know, he said the quarterbacks only score if the wide receiver reaches the end zone, and it's too contingent. It's too contingent. When he turn around and hand the ball to the running back is contingent upon the offensive line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who is the offensive line contingent upon? Who is the defensive line contingent upon?
Nobody.
Like Aaron Donald, he does his job whether the other people are not there or not. He doesn't have anything, you know, that's contingent upon him. But even the linebackers are contingent upon the D line. So it's just these little things that I look at and I go, the highest paid player should be able to have effect without it being contingent. That's just me.
Shout out to Elkai Productions for dropping that $2.99.
Hey, shout out to him, man. Make sure you put that question in next time so we can, you know, or just post a question, man. We'll answer it for you because I see you, you know, you out here dropping the 2 bills for 99 cents. See, this is what Sweet. He don't want to just have a fries and a drink. He wanted to get the 99-cent rodeo burger too. So that's what I'm talking about. You know?
Hey, so Melvin says this to us again. He says, "What would any team do without their starter? We just discussed that, so you have to pay them."
I mean, you make a good point, Melvin. I'm not acting like you're not saying anything that's logical. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I'll give you a perfect example. When you look at what the New England Patriots do and how they handle their business and how they pay Tom Brady. Tom Brady got hurt week 1. They still won 11 games and missed the playoffs. Okay, and then on top of winning those 11 games, that boiled down to the coaching. And then go and look at the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. You gonna tell me you paying Trent Dilfer for that?
Well, but look, let's focus back on the Tom Brady. This dude, him and Bill Belichick and those guys, they have the greatest dynasty ever. And that's the only team that don't overpay the quarterback.
JMO, don't forget your point. Sweet and say nope.
Donation face off. He like gang, bro. He like I run this.
Listen. He said. So he gonna get you the burger. I'm gonna get you the burger, the fry, and an apple pie. Now what? Face off. Hey, do anybody remember that scene from the Cosby Show when he was going to get the tap dancer and the tap dancer kept killing him and was like, challenge? He just did that to my man. He was like, challenge. You know?
399, 399, 399. Can we get a 499, 499?
Oh, 599 here. 599 here.
But my bad, JMO. Go ahead, talk to the people, man.
I was gonna say, when you look at the Patriots, they're literally the greatest dynasty in football history.
Yep.
And they're the only team that doesn't overpay the quarterback.
Yep.
Like that makes a lot of sense.
We got $5 from Melon. We got $5.
I got 5 on.
Can we get a 6? Can we get a $6?
Now, wait a minute. Now, wait. LK Production says, "Damn, I don't get a shout out." No, you did get a shout out.
Wait, you did get it done.
You hear me?
Whoa!
Ghost Gunner, what's up?
Wait a minute.
Bro, y'all is tripping right now.
Oh my god!
Listen, people. Sweden 88 say $9.99. You want to go? Let's go. And it's just like Ghost Gunner comes in and says,
D. Williams, man.
and drop the 15 out here in the building.
This boy said, I'm on dinner for the family tonight.
D. Williams came in.
Ghost Gunner, man, out here.
Shout out to Ghost Gunner. Shout out to Sweden 88. Shout out to
To D. Williams.
Man, these
right, man.
Hey, man, shout out, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out D. Williams, man. You
D-
gotta leave, bro. It was great, man. Thanks for being part of the show today, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you, definitely.
Yeah, and
Have a great night.
We definitely
Look,
appreciate all the people that donate. We're gonna get these t-shirts out for y'all.
Now look, D. Williams is smart. D. Williams said, "Listen, D. Williams hit you with the rent is too damn high, Mo." He said, "I'm out. No. The rent is too damn high. No, I'm out. It's too high."
No, man, it's like they playing poker and Sweden, like, bro.
Whoa,
Sweden.
Now here comes Sweden dropping the 1999 and hits you with the Michael Jackson. Oh, you want to be starting?
Hey, you know what's funny? Every time they drop a higher amount, like the bots get really redder and redder.
Hey, Sweden.
He
he ain't gonna appreciate.
He got that draw 4. He like, what you talking about, bro?
Sweden out here doing his best Rick Ross impression to my son, blowing money fast. You know, he don't even care.
I got money to blow.
Sweden, bro, please, man. Like, save your bread, man. Stay off the, stay sober.
Shout out to Rich Law. Rich Law says Sweden the MVP. Mellow Mo says Sweden definitely drunk, laughing out loud. He looks
Mellow Mo, like he tripping, bro.
Hey, what's up, Broken Lion? Too. Hey, we appreciate that Broken Lion. We
Broken
appreciate
Lion
it.
coming to the building.
Yeah, Broken Lion.
Hey, with my boy Sweden, man, he got
Okay,
money.
D. Williams. Okay, bro.
Hey, listen, we just want to let y'all know on the real for real, man. That stuff do go back into these channels, giving you better content, better products, better everything. So shout out to you guys for showing that kind of love, man, and being able to appreciate what we do, because this right here, we to spend time with you guys who love the same team that we love and talk about it. It takes a lot of time, effort, and other things away from a lot of these guys on here who got families and other responsibilities. So we do appreciate all the donations and everything. So shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVP. And I know we having fun with it, but this thing is not a show without you guys. All right,
we appreciate.
Exactly. We don't ask for anything at all. Y'all blessing us, man.
Right.
We appreciate you guys for enjoying the content that we bring to you guys on every Tuesday and Thursday, man. So make sure you guys subscribe to all of the DSA members, man, and they will be in the description box.
D. Williams said the DSA better than the radio. Thank you, guys, man.
Hey, man,
y'all need to help us grow so we can get our own radio show.
Yeah, we're trying to do that, man. We're trying to do this from the grassroots movement. Hey, Mike, can you tell them what the DSA is trying to do, Mike?
Look, guys, the DSA is such a great movement. It's the ability to show real facts, show unbiased when it comes to the Detroit Lions, when it's showing love to the Lions that we've never experienced. If you look at the mainstream fake stream media, they're all about downing the players, dogging the team, destroying the reputation of Detroit. What we are bringing is a different philosophy. We are bringing facts from individuals that played the game. We're bringing statistics that's not been seen before, and we're breaking down film in which is never seen when it comes to the mainstream media. And we truly, truly appreciate that you guys like the content, love the content, and you show up nearly every time that there's a live stream or we drop a video, because, again, just like the rest of the guys said, without you, this is nothing. We're all DSA. We're all in this together, and we're going to change the culture, even if it's a little bit, even if it helps out the team just a little bit. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring Detroit back on the map. We want to bring the fans that's been dealing with such hardship for decades to finally get positive in Detroit. And man, that's what I love about this movement, guys.
Yeah, yes. So that's what the DSA.
Mike,
go ahead.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike.
Yeah.
I love you, man. That was epic. That was some epic. Listen, he got me. I had a tear in the eye. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. I didn't."
Yeah, that was a teardropper, man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And again, man, it's really about being able to hold people accountable. Think about this. The media has a free range to come out and tell you whatever. Who holds them in check if not the people?
Nobody. If the people ain't holding them in check.
And that's where we want to be. We want to be able to hold people in check and tell them, like, listen, you're not going to just be able to make up stuff and just say, well, I got an opinion. I'm going to say this. Have something behind it that can be tangible. Because majority of the time it's stuff like Stafford, clickbait, you know, and if you pay attention to most media outlets, the minute they ain't getting the views and the people ain't reading their articles and stuff, that they drop a Matthew Stafford story. This is what they do.
Yeah.
Like Free P do it, Detroit News do it. It's crazy to me. And when you start to look at it, everybody has love for the Lions, but the people here. So, you know, when you got people who can come together, hear people talk about their team, it's really easy to see and understand that, hey, this is what counts. This is what matters. And, you know, one of the reasons why I even got on here, because I was like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this fake news that I got to keep. And you can tell it's fake news because they all be a part of that 97.1 Beehive, and I got to listen to them lie. And you know, Stafford ain't never won nothing. I go, name me his best running back, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What today is? I know what today is. You know what I had.
we want to look, y'all. We also want to give a shout out to DVE, man, because DVE started the groundwork, man. We just here, you know what I'm saying, to be the cleanup crew, to raise this thing and support them.
Most definitely, man.
Much love
Shout
to
out
DVE.
to all the DVE members, man. They got my whole channel going,
especially Man Beast Morris, man. I love that guy.
Man Beast, everything King,
sure.
you know. Eastmore LB,
all them guys, man.
313 Hitman, all the guys, bro.
Listen,
man, it wouldn't be no DSA, baby.
JMO, listen, you said everything King. I bet people probably was thinking like, oh, they ain't messing with King. I'm like, bro, y'all got the game twisted. This is sports.
I was about to say no.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
This is sports, and in sports, you ain't gonna agree on everything, and you ain't gonna agree on philosophy. But at the end of the day, we have the same goal in mind, and that's basically to sit there and put forth the best possibility of facts as they pertain to everything else. And I think too often we don't understand it, or we don't want to believe it. But again, that's just the facts. Now listen, before we get ready to get up out of here, I got one more thing I want to talk about. Just one more thing.
We got Nomis J in the house with us.
Yeah, what up though, Nomis?
It was good. Nomis, another DVE member, and his boy.
Nomis in the building.
I just wanted to say one particular thing, and it was about the whole Stafford contract.
Hold on. Nomis, before you start, make sure there ain't nothing around you that you can trip over. All right? All right? Secondly, you better open up one bag of potato chips. We don't want to hear no chip crunching today. Okay. All right. Let me stop playing. Go ahead, man. Talk to the people, Nomis.
Do you think it has anything to do to the fact of the matter, like when you look at how they brought Matt Patricia in, now Bob Quinn gave himself an extension? Do you think it has anything to do with that? Because they feel like maybe they really already see that this is their guy, so they may want to give him like a certain contract that could cross for another like 2-3 more years with an option pickup, and that's why they feel like they need to give him one? Do you think
I didn't think of that? I didn't think of that because I know he still has some years on his contract. So to sit there and have years on his contract and somehow, you know, they ready to talk about extensions before you know, and take it back. It's not even the Lions.
They might see a bigger picture though. I think that's where he's going with this.
Right. And I think it's just this is what it is. I think what we're talking about is dead news because again, they didn't have anything to talk about. Like the guy who's shocked, you know, breaking news. Carry on's a running back. You know, that guy. Yeah. You know,
hey, we gotta put that on the shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, shout out to Joseph Murdoch, man, for the nice gift. Thank you, Joe.
Joseph Murdoch.
Shout out Joseph Murdoch. That's the boy, man. That's the homie.
Listen, Joseph Murdoch. I have seen his name on my channel. I think I was like at 15 subs. I was low. I was really low. And he came in there, and the first couple of videos, he gave me some thing. He's like, yeah, I like what you're doing over there. Yeah. And I could tell Like I don't know why. I feel like when he talked, it's like a lot of women around him, and he whispered. I feel like when
here go one of them girl analogies again.
I feel like I feel like he just whispered to he just hey just let y'all know, man, what y'all doing is good, and God bless y'all, and ladies, tell them, man, they beautiful. You beautiful. There we go. I mean, that's how I feel like it goes with him. So shout out to Joseph Murdoch, man, for rocking with us, man. Now, Mellow Mo says says, wait, who disliked the video? Listen, the minute the stream went up, it was disliked.
It was like they do it every week, man. We got used to it. They do it.
You click start, and then as soon as you start, it's like I hate you. Just off the rip.
I got hate in my blood.
Yeah,
It's KFC.
Let them hate, man. All we can do is congratulate.
Yeah, it's all good, baby.
Mellow Mo, believe it or not, I do not believe that it is Ghost of Judah. I do.
He said he's Mike.
I know,
Valenti.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think, in all honesty, it's just a person who just hate to be hating. He got nothing to do, and he probably he or she is probably he. It's got to be a he. He's probably something right now playing Fortnite, mad that some kid beating him, and he just had to give him a hate,
And the more you hate, we're gonna keep loving you though. The more you hate, we're gonna keep
it could be somebody from the news, like I'm sick of y'all. Y'all messing up my day.
Somebody from the media.
It could be David Burkett.
Listen. I bet.
won the ticket.
Hey, listen. D. Williams said, "Did Luke just out Joseph Murdoch as a pimp?" I sure did. That play over there. I'm telling you, over there, straight player. Hey, I'm just saying. Start calling him, Cool Breeze or something.
Cool Breeze.
But Detroit Drew says whoever it is can kick rocks. I hope they do it without shoes on. That way they can really.
Ooh, that's no reason not.
Just right. And listen,
one of them big boys out there.
Joseph Murdoch dropped the thumbs up, letting you know, yes, I am a pimp. So thank you for confirming that. But listen, people, here's the thing, and I want to bring this up because the first person I saw that did this was a YouTuber who I'm gonna do a video on called The Bottom Line View. So shout out to him. But what he said was that the Detroit Lions has the most underrated D line. Now I'm gonna show you how the media tends to be a little bit behind on reality. That video was put up like almost 2 weeks ago. All right, at the very least a week. So what do you get today in the article? Detroit Lions defense has big expectations for 2019, but no guarantees of success. Are they under or overrated? Really? When are y'all gonna catch up, people? Really?
They don't know nothing about football.
I think it will be more.
That they wake up and realize somebody read their article, like they are shocked. Like, wait a minute, he read it. What?
They just found out that Carry On can catch a ball today.
Right? How do you find?
How do you even go to say overrated when one player came on this team last year and turned our defense from upside down? How do you call us overrated?
It's one of them things where I just look at it and it doesn't make sense to me that nobody is looking at those small facts, man. I'm telling you, this is why we here. And one of the reasons why you see the Detroit Sports Alliance getting bigger is because the idea is to give you, I put it this way, we are the Marvel universe of Detroit sports. You got to watch all of us to know what's really going on, because at the end, it all comes back to this table with us talking about it and giving these same perspectives. And it's the same thing with the Marvel Universe. You don't watch the end credits, you're not going to know what's going to happen in the next movie. Don't be that guy. Just sit through the end credits. I promise you it's worth the wait. And one of the reasons that we're getting bigger is because when you look at what we're doing, people can trust that, we're not going to just throw something down there for the heck of it. We're not doing that. And we're not going to do that. I watch people, all the people who has joined the Sports Alliance, they've gotten better and better and better. Minus myself, I don't know how to do this editing thing, so you're going to see the most Fred Flintstone editing in your life.
Me too, I'll get back.
Yeah, I'm in the Stone Age, And as Chris says, I'm Captain Luke. I'll be Cap. I'll be Cap. preferably the general, but I'll be capped for right now. That's still good too. But at the end of the day, we're trying to give you the best content that we can give you that's honest about our team. I mean, just look at today. One tight end gets traded, you get like 8 videos. Where you going? All different perspective.
Exactly.
And that's what you get when you sign up with us. So check out our channel. If you have not subscribed to us, please do. And to Def 5, I think how you can say it, Def Row, but he says Luke got the substance. I listen. My goal is, even if I can't edit, I can tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief. I can't. I can edit, but I can certainly tell the truth. And when I put my videos out, I really listen, I got a video I got to drop because I spent so much time like going through, looking at numbers, watching film. Like maybe I'm crazy because I do sometimes. I got a lazy eye. I'm lying. Don't got no lazy eye.
A lazy eye.
No, you do. That's one of your football injuries, man. Oh, no, girl hit you right in the eye, bro. Messed you up forever.
I'm not gonna lie. I really can to this day. Like I get scared sometimes. Like sometimes, like even when I fall, if I fall and I hit something and I start to smell blood, it brings me right back to her head. And I say to myself, what happened to her? Like I bet money she didn't get married to a man. I bet you that. She did not get married to a man. I can assure you that. That did not happen.
Luke, keep on. I'm gonna fall over the chair.
No, Luke, good and well, she a model right now.
Listen, if she's modeling for somebody, she's modeling for like let me think of something.
Old Spice.
Old Spice ain't strong enough. Carhartt. She's probably modeling for Carhartt. She's probably got a welding torch in her hand. Finna let it have it. I'm telling you.
General G. Berry said that's why you don't show your face on camera. Got that lazy eye.
The truth is, I don't show my face on camera because of work, and I have some very strict restrictions that says that I can't do certain things, and so in order for me to be able to do this, I got to be able to have money to be in a house with internet to do it, and you can't do that broke. So I got to do what I got to do to keep the money in. But outside of that, I will certainly be on the front of the camera because I have fun with it and I'm comfortable in my own skin. So now Joseph Murdoch says, what quarterback from the Skins do you want when they cuts happen? None. Nada. Zilch.
If he can't throw more than 30 yards, I don't want him.
Not one. Who are they cutting? That's the question.
That's what I'm about to say. It depends on who's cut.
Who are they cutting? They're not cutting Case Keenum. So who are they cutting? They're not cutting the rookie. So who am I really getting left?
McCoy.
Oh, you got Colt McCoy there too.
Oh, okay, Colt McCoy. Listen, I love some Texas football, but what has Colt McCoy done?
Starting before the season is over.
But he's just a backup. Yeah. Look at Tom Savage.
I hope he go back.
Before the season is over.
Colt McCoy ain't worth the time of the day. Alex Smith, we don't even know if he's gonna play again. He out there watching practices and moral support. So I don't know.
He got folded pretty good.
Listen, y'all too liberal when it comes to this. The person who comes in and be a backup needs to do 2 things. One, they need to be able to have the ability to manage the game. Name me that person, and I'll take them.
That person named Tom Savage.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't either.
Okay, so then we can take a Colt McCoy.
But is Tom Savage? Is Tom Savage better than Colt McCoy?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what happened when you just got that biased blood in you. I'm not
biased. I don't watch Tom Savage play a lot of football games.
They got the same caliber, in my opinion. I don't think it's no difference in that regard, in my opinion.
No, I think Tom Savage, he borderline worse in the league,
Now, General G. Berry says, unpopular, but Mark Sanchez. No.
We don't need no butt fumble.
I'll take him over. I'll take him over what we got.
Who he listen.
I'll take him over what we got. Tom Savage and David.
Stay with me, TA. Stay with me. We're gonna see how much you believe this thought, TA. Okay. Who was our receivers? Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, right? And then we got Danny Amendola. Okay, all right. So let me ask you a question. What do Marvin Jones and Galladay do really well? What do they do really well? The deep ball, right?
They can stretch the field.
Okay, they can stretch the field. Do you think that Mark Sanchez is finna stretch the field with his arm. He barely could stretch a relationship out. You want him to this conclusion. I just want, just Mike.
Hey, you said Sanchez got a noodle forearm?
Listen, Noodle.
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta remember Sanchez, he's old too.
Yeah.
He old too.
He the only person that aged in reverse. Like he getting younger in the face, but his arm is getting like weaker by the minute. And I'm just trying to figure out.
This is crazy though, because if we having this struggle at the number 2 quarterback
General
position,
G-Bird says, Luke, you asked who can manage a game. He's saying Sanchez can manage a game.
This is my wish list for the Lions in the future. I don't mean jumping to another draft, but next year, can y'all do me a favor? Find me a quarterback with a real good arm that's young and raw, and bring him on the team. Somebody who's actually compatible some kind of way with Matthew Stafford. That way, you can kind of get a better feel how the guy can play. You know what I mean? Like, so
right? Because I know we're probably not gonna get Justin Herbert.
But like, if you can find me somebody with one of those,
I mean, we ain't getting no Trevor Lawrence.
Nah,
it might be a big name. You can get me somebody out of SEC guy.
Tua.
Who's in that round?
Picking that. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If we picking that high, Luke G is shutting down his page because he gonna try to
right.
I'm not talking about the first 2 rounds.
We're not picking that high. I just don't see it happening. We have to dig a little bit deeper. I can tell you this much. I do agree with you on this, Nomis. He needs to have somebody that's breathing on his neck, letting him know you getting old. See, this is what happened to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was all hyped up for Juju. Yeah, Juju here, until Juju started really balling, and he went, "Oh my God, he breathing on my neck right now." Lord. And then all of a sudden, the jealousy and the envy set in, and here we go with the problems. They need somebody to breathe on Stafford's neck to let them know, we thinking about
dog, and I'm here.
And the thing is, but in the way I was thinking though, it's like it could be a late round guy though, like a 6th or 7th round, but just somebody who has those physical ability that actually can be that guy behind him and actually play decent if he does get hurt. Because
the quarterback class is deep. You probably can find a good person in the 5th round.
We need somebody who can't be afraid to throw the ball when he comes in. Remember what happened with Jay Rudolph?
Hey, Mike and Trav, do you think we're gonna take a quarterback next season?
Yes, I definitely
in the draft.
Really quick. My apologies for cutting in. I want to read this. Sweden 88 drops $1.99 as he exits the building. He says, "I'm out, guys. Stay safe. Great show, man. Appreciate you for coming.
Appreciate you, brother.
You know,
you right? You the number one. You the number one fan, bro.
Right. So, but go ahead, Mike. My apologies. Finish your thought, man.
Yeah, I definitely see us taking a quarterback next year. I think that's a given. Now, just depending what round we're going to go, if they want to go in the 2nd round or if they want to go to a late quarterback. But I see that near certainty that we take a quarterback next year in the draft.
Okay. I mean, they have to, though. I mean, Stafford's not getting younger. Okay. And now, hold on. Wait a minute. See, let me shout out to Elkin Production. He makes a very good point. He says, "I want Teddy Bridgewater on the team." Teddy Bridgewater can manage the game. I don't need him to, to do much, and he can get the ball down there a little bit, even though he ain't as strong as he used to be. He can still manage the game. But I think the truth is this: when it comes to the quarterback position, you look at Stafford. Stafford got tossed right into the fire. Most of these other quarterbacks, the Patrick Mahomes, he got to sit and learn for a year. Aaron Rodgers got to sit and learn for 3 years. Not just learn for 3 years behind Brett Favre. Tom Brady got to sit behind Drew Bledsoe. And the list goes on and on and on. And so to me, it really does boil down to just simply this. If we do take a quarterback, that's good because they'll be giving him something that they didn't even give their starting quarterback in Stafford a chance to learn from somebody who's been in this game and is really good at it.
I was about to say we was 0-16. Wasn't nobody for Stafford to learn from.
Nope.
I think they even cut everybody off that team.
Now hold on.
Even though I do like Dan O as a person, though.
Now shout out to Detroit's own Big Will. He's in the building. He says we do not have the highest paid slot cornerback anymore. Big Will, talk to us, man. Who just got that contract? Talk to us. So that's something.
Hey, Trav, we need that research.
Now,
what
General,
do you call it? Yeah, I did see that. He somebody got a big contract.
well, listen, hold on, Trav. When he said do research, and your response is somebody got a
Bro,
big.
I'm like, Trav, can you get that? He like, yeah, I saw that. I'm like, Trav, you already know.
I just want to put it out there that we wasn't talking about that kind of research. We actually needed somebody to have a name. And you brought that for it. You make us look bad. We just said we get effects, and you went with somebody got a count. Well, we want to know who the somebody is. You get that. I mean,
That's the Bleacher Report.
Did you find it, Trav?
You guys keep going. I'll
Trav,
when I get it.
Trav, what are you typing on a typewriter? Because you know they don't make those no more. What are you doing?
Hey, Snore OG says something very interesting. He says, "How smart is New England? Same day they trade for Roberts, they also accuse Houston of tampering. The result, if upheld, would get them back a draft pick." He says he thinks so.
Bro, listen, I told y'all that's a scandalous organization who I love how they do that business. It was interesting to me. But they won't win that tampering charge. So, I'll be shocked that they did because, the NFL already said that they don't did their fair share of tampering. And they ain't finna let that fly. So, food for thought. But, Big Will, talk to me, man. Make sure you put in there who this highest paid. You know what? Trav over there.
I know his last name is Moore. So shout out to Snow OG. He says Moore is the cornerback. I gotta remember who the first name is.
Okay,
DJ Moore.
You can type in who's the highest paid slot cornerback.
If we waiting on Trav to get the first name, it's probably somebody. So let me know if it's somebody more.
It better not be. I thought DJ Moore. That's a receiver.
Yeah,
that's a receiver.
All right, well, Trav, I don't know if your internet quit on you because you soft spoken or what, but you know there's a thing called NFL.com. You should have kind of
Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore from the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
4-year contract. 4 years.
Okay, well, that's what's up. I'm happy that he's not the highest paid slot corner. Shout out to Detroit's on Big Will. Who I'm trying to get on YouTube because I like the way he come up with some ideas and some other notable things there. But yeah, I mean, listen, people, we are at 9:56. Yeah. We are coming up on that time.
Yeah, we coming up on time, people.
In case you are not watching the Warriors game, but you are interested in the score, it looks like right now it's 43-42. Toronto is in the lead. Well, wait, I think it's been a shot and they trying to see if it's reviewable. But nonetheless, that's the update on that. Before we get ready to shut this thing down, people, let's just go ahead and address something that I just want to put it out there, man, that listen, people, this is something that has been bothering me for this whole week. And I don't want nobody to judge me when I say this, but can somebody explain to me this following statement? Is it just me or do it seem like don't nobody care about Father's Day? Is it just me? Like why?
It's not just
nobody care about us.
Hey, we the lowest totem pole.
Yeah, we don't get the fathers don't get no love.
Let me tell you what happened today. I was coming home from work and somebody was going through the gas station door. He comes out, holds the door open for him, and he said, "Happy Father's Day." This man turns around and says, "Thank you, Merry Christmas." I was done. I was like, "Are you serious? Are you holidays, bro? What the? I'm not
bro. Let me tell you how bad it was for me, bro. I went into Myers and Walmart, right? Went into both stores trying to find Father's Day cards, right? I'm walking down the aisle. They still had our Mother's Day card. I say, so I guess women just get pregnant like monkeys. They don't even need us now.
Right? They don't even need us now.
It is what it is, man. But listen, we gonna have to get up out of here because we got one more day. It's gonna be Friday, and
everybody that's a father that's on here, happy Father's Day to you.
Yes, because this
and shout out to Ted Chansey for saying Happy Father's Day, DSA. Happy Father's Day to you too if you are a father.
Happy Father's Day to everybody that's a father in the chat room.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get them shout outs going, man. Let's start off with MicroMike, man, because MicroMike said, forget that bad time, D Williams. He you got him messed up. He out here in these streets. Mike,
Yeah,
what do you got for people as we get off this thing, man?
Man, for my closing statement here, I just want to say tomorrow at 6:00 I do my Subscriber Friday live. So that means anyone want to ask me a question, the show is basically run by you guys. So if you want to join me in that chat tomorrow at 6 p.m., it'll be real fun. I enjoy it. I'm going to try to get phone lines up as well and get some folks calling in. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to all our content and listen to us chat. So with that said, man, everyone have a happy Father's Day.
Hey, man. Hey, Mike.
What up? What up?
I love you, man. I love you, man. So, all right, man. Now we got a Nomis J in the building. Talk to the people, man. What you got for them, man?
Man, look here. I got a couple of videos coming out at the end of this week. Both one Pistons and another one will be a Lions video. And then other thing I want to say to everybody is that please ignore a lot of the mess that these reports are going on Google or Bleacher Report. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of mess. They are trying to keep you entertained. Do not fall for the gimmick.
In the words of Shaquille O'Neal, are you not entertained?
Exactly. It's all barbecue chicken. It's just all barbecue chicken, man.
Y'all sound terrible. Terrible, Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Happy Father's Day to everybody on the chat and then
man, support that, man. Appreciate that. Next up, we got the wonderful Mr. Research himself. Somebody got a contract. Troxel. Talk to the people, man.
Well, I appreciate that, somebody. Well, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know we are the lowest on the totem pole,
man.
But go ahead and check out all the DSA members, like their videos, subscribe, and definitely hit that notification bell so you're always alerted when a video drops. And check out Detroit Drew on Wednesday. We're doing the Piston Center Court over there. And then the very next day on Thursday, we are doing a live Pistons draft.
Hashtag business.
Oh yeah, we on the grind.
All right,
but
you got anything?
We're gonna have our special guest, Noble Sports himself.
Yes,
and it's gonna be a fun night. We're starting that at 6:30, and our regular Wednesday shows start at 8 p.m.
All right. I'm with you. Okay. All right, I'll go next. We're gonna say the heart of the city because I think he has a lot to say. So I'm just gonna go out there, man. Listen to all the guys out there who are fathers, and I'm not talking about those sperm donors. Like if you don't see your kids, unsubscribe from me, man. That is terrible. But if you do, man, you are a real superhero because I see it too often that. Mom is great, but it's nothing like having dad there. So to you guys, man, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, TA. Happy Father's Day, Travis. Happy Father's Day, Mike. And I'm pretty sure I'm a father. So happy Father's Day, Luke G. And with that being said, people, I'll leave you with this great piece of advice. Don't forget that fathers are still a needed commodity. And make sure when you want to dispute that, you do the first things first. Don't be no chump. Please do your research. Next up, we're gonna go with the heart of the city 313 JMO. What you got for the people?
Man, it's funny that you brought up Father's Day because it's a lot of people they don't care. A lot of people on Father's Day they give a Father's Day cards to mothers. But I will say happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm gonna say this trade with Michael Roberts. it was a mutual thing. It was just another move for us. And, the Master Chef Bob Quinn is here. Master Chef Bob Quinn is always here, and he's going to keep cooking. That's all you can expect from Bob Quinn is just to keep cooking and to keep improving the raw
chicken.
Eat that cornbread.
And also some of the articles we went over. Let us know that, this is why we made the DSA and why we have DVE, so we can keep
JMO, breaking news. The Detroit Lions got a football team. Go ahead.
Man, no, that's why DVE and DSA gives y'all that good media and actual topics and talk about things that's actually going on with the team and not things that everybody know. But that's all I gotta say, man.
Support. And now, last but certainly not least, the man himself, the maestro, the voice of reason, the neutral, numero. If I spoke Spanish, I would go something like "Hola." That's it.
Hola to my amigos. Hola to my amigos.
Nothing else. The man himself, Mr. TA, Noble Sports Entertainment, man. Close us out, man. Hit us with those good words of the night.
Yes, hey y'all. We love when you guys interact with us, man. Shout out to everybody that donated in the super chat tonight. Everybody that gave comments in the super chat. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. You know what the DSA is trying to do. We're trying to have that grassroots movement, and we definitely coming. So you got to watch out for us. Make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel that is on here, because we always going to continue to bring you that Lions and that Detroit Pistons content, and we're going to be unbiased about it, and we're going to make sure we deliver it the way it needs to be delivered to give you to give you the media that you need and that you deserve to get, because you're not getting it from the radio station. So this is now your radio station, DSA Radio, baby. You know how we do it, Detroit Sports Alliance. I want to thank each and every one of my brothers that came out tonight that held it down. But you know what I got to say to you guys. You know what I say to you guys at the end of the show, and we got to end this thing. So I'm going to end it like this. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Peace.
Eat chips every day.